Welcome to 508 Tech. This is Carlos Ruiz. Today I have a very fun video. So I want to start off by saying, for everybody that watches my videos, I would love for you to get something out of them, out of everyone. That's the point of me making these videos, is to share everything that I've learned when it comes to technology and kind of just pass that along in a fun, creative way. So today I welcome you on a journey that we will be building my first custom keyboard. This is the Wooting 60HE module. We have the case. We have the double shot PBT caps. We have the 60HE Plus module. Last but not least, we have the Lecker L60 switches. The reason I'm going for it in 2025 is a few things. It was one of the first commercially available keyboards with Hall effect switches. With a magnetic switch, think of it more as like a trigger on the DualSense controllers. It can feel every little bit of the push. It can be adjusted from 0.1 millimeters to up to 4 millimeters of key length travel, which for a key length is a lot. So like in a racing game, you can actually use the key switches as an actual throttle for the gas. Another cool feature of the keyboard are the adjustable actuation point. When you're playing a first-person shooter game, the WASD triggers act as your forward, back, left, right switches. The problem with most regular keyboards is that if you press two keys at the same time, they won't be actuated. Nothing will happen. With this keyboard, there's something called rapid trigger. So the keyboard will register the most fully pressed down key, which in theory should allow you to get the press of the key that you want every single time. That's called rapid trigger. That was one of the standout features that came to this keyboard. Well, Wooting, in my opinion, is still a leader in the industry. One of the things that I love the most about Wooting is that the software, or lack thereof. So they do have an app that you can download, which is great. What I love about this software is that it can be adjusted strictly on a browser. So what that means is you just load up the Wootility webpage and you can adjust all the features of the keyboard, the lighting, the switches, the profiles. You can create many custom profiles per game, because as I said, for a racing game, you'd want different triggers to be actuated at different points than on a shooting game. And then you can also negate some switches to be pressed accidentally. The standout feature of the software is that you can adjust everything from the web browser, save it directly to the keyboard, and then that's it. This is a 65. This keyboard is a 65 base layout. So there's 65 keys. The one that I'm gonna be building today is a 60 module. It's pretty small. So another thing about this keyboard is that it's not wireless. There's no batteries. It needs a wire for power and for connection. I'm okay with that. As I've gotten older, like, I do love a minimal clean setup, but wireless is truly never wireless when you have to continuously charge stuff. And one of the things I hate is coming to my computer the 1-2 times a week that I actually get to use it and having to pull out a cable and have it dangling in an awkward position. Nowadays, you could get super sick coiled braided cables that actually look pretty clean. So in my opinion, if you're building out your first setup, just go with slick wired peripherals. It'll save you the headache of the constant charging as you go forward in life. I personally believe if you are someone that is on a computer all day for work, then investing in your own custom keyboard will make your day that much better. And if you don't like it, just stick with whatever works for you. But trust me, it's one of those things that I feel can really elevate your day. So another cool feature of this keyboard is Rappy Snappy. What Rappy Snappy does is it monitors at least 2 of the selected keys and activates the key pressed furthest. When combined with Rapid Trigger, it'll compare the keys only when in active state, allowing pre-pressing and faster activation on opposite key releases. It's a pretty exciting time to get into the custom keyboard scene. thank you everybody for coming along this ride with me. Building the keyboard was super fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did doing it. This is the finished product right here. I'm very excited to see what it's capable of. I will be giving an updated review. Once I test it out for about a month, I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. But I think this is a great keyboard to start off your computer PC master racing journey. And thank you guys for checking it out. Peace out.